What if I told you that the greatest power you hold in any relationship is knowing exactly when to walk away? Not just leaving, walking away without a single glance back. It hurts, doesn't it? The feeling of giving your all, only to be left feeling like you're not enough. But here's the twist. The moment you learn to stop chasing, to value yourself above all else, something extraordinary happens. They start to chase you. Stick with me till the end of this video, and you'll never look at relationships the same way again. And if you're ready for this transformation, comment below. I'm all in. Men, let's talk. You're here because you've felt that sting before. You've been in situations where you did everything right, or so you thought. You called, you texted, you planned. You gave your time, your energy, your heart. And yet, she pulled away. And now you're left asking yourself, what did I do wrong? The truth is, it's not about what you did wrong. It's about what you've been conditioned to believe you should do. Society has sold you a lie that effort equals value, that the harder you try, the more someone will appreciate you. But I'm here to break that myth wide open. The reality is this: chasing someone who doesn't value you will always leave you feeling empty. And here's the kicker: it's not your fault. You're different. You're not like most men. You want more. You want a relationship built on respect, passion, and equality. But to get there, you have to unlearn everything you thought you knew about love and attraction. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the 10 powerful truths about walking away and how they will transform not just your relationships, but your entire life. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel. It's free, and it helps this content reach more men like you who are ready to take control of their lives. Let's make this message louder. Now let's get into it. Number 1. Why chasing kills respect. You've done it before. You've chased someone who barely acknowledged your efforts. It felt like running a marathon with no finish line, didn't it? Every step you took toward them only pushed them further away. And the worst part? Deep down, you knew it was happening, but you ignored the signs because you thought persistence would win them over. It hurts, doesn't it? To pour your energy, your time, your heart into someone, only to feel invisible. Let me tell you something you need to hear. Chasing is the fastest way to kill respect. When you chase someone, you hand them the keys to your worth. You're saying, my value depends on whether or not you want me. And once they realize you're willing to chase, they stop valuing you. It's human nature. People don't respect what's always available. Look at the way society operates. Rare, valuable things are cherished. Diamonds, gold, time. And yet, here you are, giving yourself away like you're cheap. You're not cheap, but that's how you've been presenting yourself. Now let's flip the script. Imagine you stop chasing. Imagine you step back, focus on yourself, and let them come to you. Suddenly the dynamic changes. You're no longer the man begging for attention. You're the man they're trying to figure out. The man they're drawn to because they can't predict your every move. That's power, and power demands respect. Think about the last time you chased someone. Did they admire you more? Did they suddenly fall in love because you tried harder? No, they probably enjoyed the attention for a while and then got bored. That's because chasing doesn't build connection. It builds imbalance. Relationships are a two-way street. When you're the only one walking, you're not in a relationship. You're in a delusion. The moment you stop walking is the moment they have to decide if they're willing to meet you halfway. And if they're not, you walk away, unapologetically. There's strength in walking away. It's not weakness, it's self-respect. Men who chase are seen as desperate, while men who know when to walk away are seen as confident. And confidence? Confidence is magnetic. It's irresistible, but it starts with valuing yourself enough to stop chasing. Number 2. The power of emotional detachment. Let's talk about control. Most men don't realize how much control they give away in relationships. Every time you react emotionally to her silence, her mood swings, or her mixed signals, you're giving her power over you. And the more power she has, the less respect she feels. Women aren't drawn to men who are ruled by their emotions. They're drawn to men who can stay calm, composed, and in control no matter what. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting down or being cold. It's about staying grounded, no matter what's happening around you. Picture a tree in a storm. The wind may howl, the branches may sway, but the roots stay firm. That's emotional detachment. When she pulls away, when she tests your boundaries, when things feel uncertain, you remain grounded. You don't beg, you don't plead, you don't panic. You let the storm pass while you hold your ground. Here's why detachment is so powerful. It shifts the focus from her to you. Suddenly, you're not reacting to her behavior. You're responding to your own needs. You're not trying to fix things. You're letting things unfold. And that makes her curious. Why isn't he chasing me? Why isn't he trying harder? What's he thinking? That curiosity pulls her closer. But even more importantly, it keeps you in control. Most men lose themselves because they let their emotions take over. They let their fears, insecurities, and desires dictate their actions. And that's exactly what makes them unattractive. When you let your emotions control you, you become predictable. And predictability is boring. Emotional detachment, on the other hand, makes you unpredictable. And unpredictability is exciting. But how do you master detachment? It starts with mindset. Stop attaching your happiness to someone else's actions. Stop letting their behavior dictate your worth. Remind yourself that you are whole, with or without them. Practice mindfulness. When you feel the urge to react, when you feel anger, jealousy, or desperation bubbling up, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what does the strongest version of me do right now? And then act accordingly. Detachment also means setting boundaries. Don't let anyone cross your lines without consequences. If she's inconsistent, call it out. If she's disrespectful, walk away. Boundaries aren't about controlling others, they're about protecting yourself. And when you protect yourself, you send a powerful message. I'm not here to be played with. Men, this is your wake-up call. Stop letting your emotions run the show. Stop giving your power away to people who don't deserve it. Detach, focus on yourself, and watch how the dynamic shifts. You'll notice something amazing. The moment you stop reacting to her games is the moment she starts chasing you. And if she doesn't, good, because you'll be too busy building a life you're proud of to care. Number 3, building inner confidence. Confidence is the foundation of everything you want in life, your relationships, your career, your success. And yet, most men misunderstand what confidence truly is. You've been told it's about how you look, how much you earn, or the car you drive. But let me tell you something. Confidence isn't external, it's internal. It's not about what you have, it's about what you believe. Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? You thought maybe if you looked better, or if you had the right words, you'd stand out. But the truth is, confidence has nothing to do with how others see you. It has everything to do with how you see yourself. A man who sees himself as valuable, as irreplaceable, as capable, doesn't need to shout about it. He doesn't need validation from anyone else. And when you have that kind of confidence, it changes the way people respond to you. Women can feel it. It's not what you say, it's what you radiate. But here's the problem. Most of you have been conditioned to think confidence is something you can fake. You've been told to act confident, as if pretending will make it real. But you can't fake true confidence. You can wear the nicest suit in the world, Drive the fastest car and still look desperate if you're not secure in yourself. Confidence is built, not borrowed, and the way you build it is through action. Start by asking yourself, what kind of man do I want to be? Not for her, not for anyone else, but for me. What does he look like? How does he live? How does he carry himself? Then take a hard look at your life and ask, am I living as that man? If the answer is no, it's time to change. Confidence doesn't come from waiting for the right moment. It comes from taking action, even when you're scared, even when you're unsure. Think about the gym. The first time you walked in, you felt awkward. You didn't know how the machines worked, and you were self-conscious about everyone watching. But you showed up anyway. And over time, you got stronger. You learned. You grew. Confidence works the same way. It's the result of showing up for yourself every single day, even when it's uncomfortable. Let's talk about your goals. What's something you've been putting off because you're scared of failing? Is it starting a business, asking for a promotion, or learning a new skill? Whatever it is, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Confidence isn't built in comfort. It's forged in challenge. The more you push yourself, the more you'll realize you're capable of so much more than you thought. And that realization, that's confidence. But here's the kicker. You have to be consistent. Confidence isn't something you achieve once and keep forever. It's something you earn every day. It's waking up and choosing to live with purpose. It's setting boundaries and refusing to accept less than you deserve. It's knowing that even if you fail, you'll pick yourself back up and try again. Confidence isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Women. You think confidence is about impressing her, about making her see your worth. But let me tell you something. Confidence isn't about her. It's about you. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, women will naturally gravitate toward you. But if you're building confidence just to win her over, you're missing the point. True confidence doesn't need anyone's approval. It doesn't need anyone's attention. It stands on its own. Number 4, signals to know. It's time to walk away. Let's get real about something most men ignore. The signs, the red flags, the gut feelings that tell you something's not right, but you stay anyway because you don't want to believe it. You convince yourself she'll change, or that you can fix things. But here's the truth. Staying in a situation that disrespects you is the fastest way to destroy yourself. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. So how do you know when it's time to walk away? First, pay attention to her actions, not her words. Words are easy. Anyone can say, I care about you, or I want to make this work. But if her actions don't match her words, you're dealing with someone who's either confused, manipulative, or simply not invested. Consistency is everything. If she's hot and cold, if she shows interest one day and disappears the next, she's not respecting your time. And a woman who doesn't respect your time doesn't deserve your energy. Now, let's talk about effort. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're always the one initiating, always the one planning, always the one giving, you're in a one-sided relationship. And here's the harsh reality. One-sided relationships don't work. They drain you. They make you question your worth. They leave you feeling empty. If she's not putting in the effort to meet you halfway, it's time to walk away. Another sign? Excuses. If she's constantly making excuses for why she can't commit, why she's too busy, or why she needs space, she's not prioritizing you. And let me tell you something. You deserve to be a priority. You deserve someone who chooses you, not someone who keeps you as an option. But the most important signal, how you feel. Do you feel valued? Do you feel respected? Do you feel like you're being met with the same energy you're giving? If the answer is no, it's time to let go. And I know it's not easy. Walking away hurts. It feels like giving up. But staying in a situation that drains you hurts even more. Here's what you need to understand. Walking away isn't about giving up on her. It's about choosing yourself. It's about saying, I deserve better, and I'm not afraid to demand it. And the moment you make that choice, something incredible happens. You stop feeling powerless. You stop feeling stuck. You take back control of your life. Walking away doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about yourself to let go of what's not serving you. It's not weakness, it's strength. And the stronger you are, the more you'll realize you're not losing her. You're gaining yourself. Number 5, walking away. Walking away is the strongest decision you'll ever make, and yet it's the hardest for most men to follow through on. Why? Because deep down, walking away feels like losing. It feels like you're giving up, like you're waving the white flag. But let me tell you something. Walking away isn't surrender. It's power. It's standing tall and saying, I will not accept less than I deserve. And that kind of power, it's transformative. When you walk away, you're not just leaving her behind, you're reclaiming yourself. You're breaking the cycle of chasing, begging, and hoping for scraps of attention. It hurts, doesn't it? To invest so much in someone only to feel like they don't see your worth. But walking away forces them to see it, whether they want to or not. Because your absence speaks louder than your presence ever could. Think about the man you are when you're chasing her. You're anxious, overthinking every move, constantly wondering if you're enough. That's not who you are. That's not who you're meant to be. Walking away allows you to rediscover your strength, your confidence, your worth. It's not about making her miss you, it's about making yourself proud. And when you do that, something remarkable happens. You stop needing her validation. You stop needing anyone's validation. And that's freedom. But here's the key. When you walk away, you don't just physically leave. You cut the emotional ties. You don't text her just to check in. You don't stalk her social media to see what she's doing. You don't wait by your phone hoping she'll reach out. You walk away completely and without hesitation. That kind of clean break is what resets the dynamic. It shows her, and more importantly yourself, that you mean business. And let's address the fear. You're scared that if you walk away, she won't follow. That she'll move on, find someone else, and forget you ever existed. But let me ask you this. Is she really worth keeping if she doesn't care enough to chase after you? A woman who values you will never let you walk away without a fight. And a woman who doesn't fight for you, she's already gone. Walking away isn't losing her. It's finding out if she was ever truly yours to begin with. Men, this is your wake-up call. Stop settling for relationships that leave you feeling less than. Stop chasing women who don't see your value. Stop pouring your energy into people who don't reciprocate it. Walking away isn't just a decision, it's a declaration. A declaration that you will no longer tolerate disrespect, inconsistency, or indifference. And once you make that declaration, you become unstoppable. Walking away isn't about her, it's about you. It's about choosing yourself, prioritizing your peace, and protecting your energy. It's about stepping into the man you were always meant to be, the man who doesn't need to chase, because he's too busy being pursued. And when you become that man, everything changes. Number 6, how to stay calm amid emotional chaos. Emotions are powerful. They can lift you up or tear you apart. And in relationships, they often do both. One moment you're on top of the world, feeling invincible, and the next, you're drowning in doubt, anger, or heartbreak. It's exhausting, isn't it? To feel like your emotions control you, rather than the other way around. But here's the truth. The strongest men aren't the ones who never feel. They're the ones who know how to manage what they feel. Staying calm in the middle of chaos isn't easy, but it's essential. Imagine a ship caught in a storm. The waves crash, the wind roars, and the crew panics. But the captain, he stays calm. He doesn't waste time screaming at the storm or blaming the waves. He focuses on what he can control, the ship. That's how you need to approach your emotions. Stop fighting the storm and start steering the ship. When she pulls away, when she tests your patience, when everything feels uncertain, you have two choices. You can react, letting your emotions take over, or you can respond, staying calm and composed. Reacting is easy. It's impulsive. It's sending a desperate text, making an angry call, or saying something you'll regret. But responding? Responding takes strength. It's pausing, taking a breath, and asking yourself, what does this situation really require of me? Let me tell you something about women. They're drawn to men who can remain calm under pressure. When you react emotionally to her every move, you become predictable. And predictability is boring. But when you stay calm, you become mysterious. She starts to wonder, why isn't he reacting? What's he thinking? What's he planning? Your calmness intrigues her, and that intrigue keeps her engaged. But staying calm isn't just about her. It's about you. It's about protecting your peace, no matter what's happening around you. It's about refusing to let anyone or anything dictate your state of mind. Because the truth is, the only person who can control your emotions is you. And once you realize that, you become unstoppable. So how do you stay calm in the middle of chaos? Start with your mindset. Remind yourself that you are the captain of your ship. No matter how rough the waters get, you have the power to steer. Practice mindfulness. When you feel your emotions rising, when anger, jealousy, or frustration starts to take over, pause. Take a deep breath, count to 10. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Another tool, perspective. When something triggers you, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? Most of the time, the answer is no. And if it won't matter later, don't let it matter now. Staying calm is about seeing the bigger picture. It's about refusing to let temporary emotions dictate permanent actions. Men, emotional chaos is inevitable. Life will test you. People will push your buttons. But the way you respond to those moments defines who you are. Don't let the storm control you. Be the captain. Stay calm, stay grounded, and keep moving forward. Because the strongest men aren't the ones who never face chaos. They're the ones who face it with courage, composure, and control. Number 7. Mastering the art of silence. Silence is your greatest ally, but most men are too afraid to use it. It's easier to fill the air with words, to explain, to plead, to justify. But every time you speak when silence is needed, you lose power. Silence isn't passive, it's decisive. It's not avoidance, it's strategy. And once you learn to master it, you'll become the man everyone notices, but no one can figure out. Let me tell you why silence is so powerful. When you speak, you reveal your thoughts, your intentions, and your emotions. But when you remain silent, you force others to sit in the discomfort of not knowing. That discomfort creates curiosity, and curiosity is what keeps people engaged. Women are drawn to men who don't lay everything on the table, men who keep them guessing. Silence plants questions in her mind. What is he thinking? Why isn't he reacting? Did I say something wrong? That mystery becomes irresistible. But silence isn't just about creating intrigue, it's about maintaining control. Imagine you're in an argument and she's throwing everything she can at you. Her words are sharp, her tone is biting, and she's looking for a reaction. If you respond in anger or frustration, you've lost. You've given her exactly what she wanted, your power. But if you stay silent, calm, and composed, the dynamic shifts. Suddenly, she's the one scrambling, trying to make sense of your stillness. Silence isn't avoidance, it's dominance. Here's another truth about silence. It's the ultimate reset button. When you stop responding, stop chasing, and stop trying to fix things, you give yourself space to reflect and recalibrate. Silence allows you to step back and see the bigger picture. It gives you time to ask yourself, is this situation serving me? Am I being respected? Am I chasing something that isn't meant for me? Silence isn't just about what you don't say, it's about what you discover in the quiet. But let's address the fear. Silence feels uncomfortable because it creates space for doubt. You worry she'll think you don't care or that she'll move on. But here's the truth. If your silence makes her walk away, she was never invested to begin with. A woman who values you will respect your silence. She'll see it as strength, not indifference. And if she doesn't, that's her loss, not yours. To master silence, you need discipline. The discipline to hold your tongue when emotions are high. Discipline to let her words hang in the air without rushing to fill the void. The discipline to choose silence even when every part of you wants to explain, defend, or justify. Silence isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because the man who can wield silence is the man who commands attention, respect, and admiration. When should you use silence? In moments of tension, when words would only escalate the situation. In moments of doubt, when you're not sure what to say. And most importantly, in moments of disrespect, when her actions don't align with your standards. Silence isn't about punishing her, it's about honoring yourself. It's about saying, I don't need to fight for your approval because I already have mine. Men, it's time to embrace the power of silence. Stop trying to explain yourself to people who don't value your words. Stop giving away your thoughts to people who haven't earned them. Speak less, listen more, and watch how the world starts to lean in, trying to hear what you're not saying. Number 8. Letting go without regret. Letting go feels like tearing a piece of yourself away, doesn't it? It's painful, it's messy, it feels like failure. But here's the truth you need to hear. Letting go isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's not losing, it's winning. Because when you let go, you're not walking away from someone else, you're walking back to yourself. Most men hold on for too long because they're afraid. Afraid of the emptiness that comes with letting go. Afraid of the memories, the silence, the what-ifs. But let me tell you something. The pain of holding on to someone who doesn't value you is far greater than the pain of letting go. Holding on keeps you stuck. It keeps you small. Letting go sets you free. Letting go starts with acceptance. Acceptance that not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Acceptance that no amount of effort will make someone love you the way you deserve. Acceptance that your worth isn't tied to someone else's opinion of you. Once you accept these truths, letting go becomes an act of self-love, not self-sacrifice. But here's what most men struggle with. Letting go completely. You tell yourself you've moved on, but you still check her social media. You still respond to her texts. You still replay the past in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently. That's not letting go. That's holding on to hope. And hope, in the wrong hands, is poison. To truly let go, you have to cut the ties. No texts, no calls, no looking back. It hurts, yes. But it's the kind of pain that heals, not the kind that destroys. Letting go without regret means shifting your focus from what you've lost to what you've gained. You've gained clarity. You've gained freedom. You've gained the opportunity to build a life that aligns with your worth. Regret doesn't serve you. It keeps you anchored to the past when you should be moving forward. Every time you catch yourself dwelling on what could have been, remind yourself of this. You didn't lose her. You found you. And let's talk about the void, the emptiness that comes after letting go. It's scary, isn't it? To sit with yourself, to face your thoughts, to feel the weight of solitude. But that void isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Because in that void, you'll find yourself. You'll discover your strength, your resilience, your purpose. The void isn't emptiness, it's potential. It's the space where you rebuild, grow, and become the man you were always meant to be. Letting go without regret is about rewriting the narrative. It's not about what you've lost. It's about what you've learned. You've learned what you deserve and what you won't tolerate. You've learned how strong you are and how capable you are of starting over. You've learned that your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else. It's within you. Men, letting go isn't easy. It hurts. It's messy, but it's necessary, because the longer you hold on to what's not meant for you, the longer you delay the life that is. So let go. Let go of the pain, the doubt, the regret. Let go of her. And watch how the world opens up for you when you finally choose yourself. Number 9. The comeback. Why they'll want more. Let's talk about the moment they realize what they've lost. The moment you're no longer waiting for their call, their text, or their attention. The moment you've moved on, not just in words, but in action. That moment isn't just satisfying, it's transformative. It's the turning point where you stop being the man who chases and become the man they chase. Here's the truth. Absence creates value. When you're always available, always present, they take you for granted. Your energy, your attention, your presence, it becomes routine. And routine doesn't inspire passion. It doesn't make someone yearn for you. But when you step back, when you remove yourself from their life, you create a void. And that void, it forces them to reflect, to realize how much you brought to their life, to understand the depth of your impact. But here's the catch. Comeback isn't about her. It's not about making her miss you, regret losing you, or beg for your attention. The comeback is about you. It's about becoming the man you were always meant to be. The man who doesn't just survive without her, but thrives. It's about building a life so full, so rich, and so fulfilling that anyone who left you feels like they walked away from a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And that's exactly what you need to become, the opportunity. The key to the comeback is focus. Stop wasting energy trying to prove your worth to someone who couldn't see it. Instead, channel that energy into yourself. Improve your health, your mindset, your skills. Chase your passions, your dreams, your goals. Become so engrossed in your own growth that you forget about her entirely. And when she sees you again, whether it's weeks, months, or years later, she won't just notice the changes. She'll feel them. She'll see the confidence in your stride, the purpose in your actions, and the peace in your presence. That's the power of the comeback. But let's address the fear that she won't notice, that she won't care, that your growth will go unnoticed. Let me tell you something, it doesn't matter. The comeback isn't about her noticing, it's about you realizing that you were never incomplete, that your happiness was never dependent on her, that the life you're building now is better than anything you could have shared with someone who didn't value you. And here's the twist. When you truly let go, when you genuinely focus on yourself, they always notice. Maybe not right away, maybe not when you want them to, but at some point, they'll see the man you've become. And whether they admit it or not, they'll feel the loss. Because while they stayed the same, you grew. While they lingered in mediocrity, you rose to excellence. And that contrast, it's unforgettable. The comeback is about turning pain into power, loss into growth, and heartbreak into triumph. It's about rewriting your story, not as the man who was left behind, but as the man who walked away and never looked back. And when you master the comeback, you'll realize something profound. You never needed her to want more of you. You just needed to want more for yourself. Number 10. The Stoics' mindset in relationships. The Stoics had it right all along. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. And in relationships, this mindset is everything. Most men exhaust themselves trying to control the uncontrollable. Her feelings, her actions, her decisions. They bend over backward, trying to keep her happy, keep her interested, keep her around. But here's the truth you need to accept. You cannot control her. You can only control yourself. Think about the energy you've wasted trying to fix things, explain yourself, or make her stay. That energy could have been spent on you, your growth, your passions, your purpose. The Stoic mindset is about reclaiming that energy. It's about focusing on what truly matters, your actions, your values, your boundaries. When you embrace this mindset, you stop reacting to her whims and start responding to your own needs. The Stoic mindset is rooted in one principle: detachment. Not the cold, uncaring detachment of indifference, but the strong, grounded detachment of self-respect. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to let go of what isn't serving you. It means you're not afraid to lose someone who doesn't see your worth. It means you're strong enough to walk away from anything that compromises your peace. Let me ask you this. How much of your happiness have you outsourced to her? How much of your self-worth have you placed in her hands? The Stoic mindset demands that you take it all back. Your happiness, your worth, your peace, they are yours to control. They are not dependent on her attention, her affection, or her approval. When you adopt the Stoic mindset, you become unshakable. Her silence doesn't faze you. Her mood swings don't derail you. Her actions don't define you. Because your sense of self is no longer tied to her. It's rooted in you. And that kind of strength, it's magnetic. It's irresistible. It's the foundation of every great man who has ever lived. But the Stoic mindset isn't just about relationships. It's about life. It's about facing every challenge, every setback, every disappointment with the same calm, composed resolve. It's about saying, "This may hurt, but it will not break me. This may test me, but it will not defeat me. This may slow me down, but it will not stop me." The Stoic mindset is your armor, your compass, your guide. And when you live by it, you don't just survive, you thrive. Men, the Stoic mindset isn't a skill you learn. It's a lifestyle you adopt. It's a choice you make every day to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. It's a decision to prioritize your peace, your growth, and your happiness above all else. And when you make that decision, you don't just become a better man, you become a free man. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about leveling up. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less. When you walk away with confidence, you're not just leaving her behind. You're stepping into your power. So, are you ready to take that step? If you are, drop a comment below. I'm ready to own my worth. Let's make this a movement of men who refuse to settle. If this video resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support helps YouTube recommend this content to more men who need to hear this message. Together, we can change the way men approach relationships. Let's make this a revolution of unapologetic self-respect. Subscribe now and take the first step toward a better you.